Hey everyone, I'm just redoing the Zorin OS video because there was some internet connectivity issue with HyperV. So I'm just redoing it. So I'll just start. So Zorin OS 18 was released a couple of weeks ago on October 14th. So it is based on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS version with latest kernel version used by Ubuntu HWE, that is hardware enablement package. So it has upstream kernel, and along with that it works on any AMD 64 or Intel 64 architecture CPUs. There is no version limits or something, so it works on any x86 64 versions. So more technical details are given here. So it is supported until 2029, initially released like I said 14th October. So it has support for Debian. So since it is based on Ubuntu, you have support for Deb, Snap, Flatpak, apt. The apt is used for downloading the software updates. So APT is a portable version of any apps, so wherein you just give the run or execute privileges to run it. Desktop environment is a GNOME shell, so I'll be using the core version which is available for free, and Pro you have to pay a subscription. So yeah, for old Zorin OS owners, they can upgrade their Zorin OS using the Zorin upgrade application. So it will update the things to Ubuntu 24, Zorin 18. So some of the packages might be removed during the upgrade process, so be careful. So make a full system image backup if needed. So let's get started. So I've created it. Just using the generic ISO. So this is the settings what I'm using. Secure boot must be disabled. I'm just assigning 6 GB of RAM to CPUs instead of 4. So I've created the VHDX as well, and the ISO. So I've just switched to a different internal switch for Hyper-V, because the Ethernet adapter, the virtual one, is not working as expected, and it was causing too much disruptions with Wi-Fi. So let's get started. I'll just start up the machine. We have option to try or install. So if you have some old graphics or the switchable ones, use safe graphics. So if you are on a desktop with NVIDIA drivers, you can just use this third option. So I'll just try the default option. It will take some time to boot, so you can even skip the checksum. There's a checksum here, so I'll just wait for it to complete. You can even skip it with Control C. So I'll just proceed directly to installing the Zorin OS. I'll just skip the updates and apply it post installation. Connecting it to a USB hotspot or a tethering through your phone, so that you get uninterrupted internet. So if your Wi-Fi is spotty, I'll just install it with the default English language and the keyboard options. Just skip the download parts. I'll just install the third-party software. So if you don't want the third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi, you can just uncheck it. So this is regarding the encryption. So by default it's not used, or you can just do something else to create a new partition table and add it. So you can just go back and erase and install Zorin OS. So if you want to start from scratch, so it will automatically create the ESP and the ext4 partition scheme. So it does take around 10 to 12 minutes to do a full install. I'll just activate or select login automatically. So if you use Active Directory, so this is for if you use a Microsoft account or Azure account, you can use it for your workplace. Otherwise, for home users, this is not needed. So it'll take some time to copy, like I said, so I'll just speed up the video in the post. So it's okay if you see pulse audio warnings, because it will switch to pipe wire post installation. So you can just ignore this error or warnings. Do note that if you do an online installation, it will just fetch the latest files and the installation will take longer. So now everything is installed from the offline ISO, so that's why you see a very fast file retrieval. Otherwise it will be very slow, so depending on your internet connection. Yeah, the installation is now complete, and I'll just restart it. See a red bar here because secure boot is not enabled, so that's the reason. It is working, so let's start the tool. Since it's made as a Windows alternative, so the UI is similar to Windows start menu. So you can change the appearance here. You can go with a thicker taskbar or a very thinner taskbar with rounded edges, or you can go for the Ubuntu dock-like style. This is more Mac-like, so you'll see. So if you want more desktop layouts, you have to just pay with the Pro version. I'll just stick with the default Windows interface. Next, you can set between light mode, dark mode, or match it along with your settings so that it applies to all the apps. You can check select the icon style for applications, shell, and everything. I'll just keep it at the default. There is no schedule. I'll just make it as fully dark. You can add these animations. So I don't like a jelly mode, so if you see that it has that jello effect. So on desktop you can add these mounted volumes, network servers, things like that. So similar to Windows. So one thing you can do is So the left super key is set to activities. So if you want the Windows like feature, you just select Zorin menu and you can just play with the fonts. So I think it's also using a JetBrains, that is the makers of PyCharm font, so that it is more legible. Next, this is a screen. If you you'll get it when running under a VM, so it could be anything. There is HyperV, VirtualBox, VMware, anything. So you can connect, like I said in the previous section, during the account setup, you can add an Active Directory and you can connect online accounts, Google, Microsoft, Exchange, anything. So you have a Zorin Connect app as well to connect and sync your phone. You can install software from the software manager, and if you want some help, you can visit the help page. I'll just open Brave browser. So it does not include Firefox, they have switched it with Brave. So you just have to create the keyring. So if you want, you can give the same password what you have set in the account setup for the keyring. So I'll just set it as a default. Later, customize. So you can change the search engine to Google, DuckDuckGo, Go, Bing, or anything else. You can add your own search engine as well. So this is the task manager. This is called the system monitor. So one more thing, this is not a ransomware or a miner, crypto miners. So this is the file indexing service. So if you don't require it, you can just disable it. Let me copy this. Okay, now this is done. Yeah, now you'll see that the resource usage is come down. Now let me close the web browser. As you can see, there's still cache in use, so this is okay, but the general usage upon startup is quite good. It's almost in line with Debian as well. So now, as you can see, the network is connected. Let me just check for updates. So you do have two updaters. This is apt based, this is gnome based. So the reason why it has switched to server for India is because I'm from India, so it has auto detected the IP and started using the CDNs that is nearby India to avoid high latency. So usually I subscribe to security and recommended updates if you want very minimal updates. So I use it every weekly. So I don't like automatic updates, so I just display it and choose when to install. So if you are using Linux Mint, you'll see that additional drivers is nothing but driver manager. So since if you have some NVIDIA or AMD graphics. I think AMD graphics is now the proprietary one is deprecated for the open source version. I think here you will see some capture cards or sound cards or NVIDIA GPU. If you really want a proprietary driver, even wireless devices, that is Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, especially Broadcom or Qualcomm, in case if it is not present in the Linux firmware. So let's just see. Okay, let's do this. So if you see, the main bigger size comes from the Linux firmware, so it is around 500 megs, so it is downloading the full package. So if you don't want it, you can just skip the downloads if everything is working fine, because this is actually optional. So if you don't have any proprietary devices that does not require firmware, you can just skip it. So this is applied. So if you use the earlier option to install a third-party drivers, so if it is unchecked, it will simply skip it. So if you want reduced swap usage, now you should see reduced swap file usage until the memory is 90% loaded. So under power options, you'll see balanced and power saver mode, along with a dark style toggle and the wired network manager settings. So you'll get the details, battery statistics when you click on the power mode. I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.